Xavier and I are often asked why you should call a lawyer who specializes in a certain area. For example, why you should call a lawyer who handles specifically medical malpractice or nursing home negligence cases when you think you or a loved one may have suffered medical malpractice or nursing home negligence. Xavier, how do you address that question when people ask you that?
Yeah, Lindsay, thanks. I think it's a good and fair question. These are complex issues and complex areas. Whether someone treated someone appropriately, whether it was the technique that they used or the decisions that they made, these are things that are detail-oriented and that can be highly complex. Furthermore, as you know, we are often going to get some very highly motivated people who are highly intelligent and well-funded. And so, as with anything, it's important to have people who are very experienced in that area and know where the pitfalls are, where the bombs might be, where you can get yourself in trouble, and how to ultimately organize facts and get things together such that we can tell your story to a jury in a way that allows them to relate to our clients and provide them full justice.
I agree with everything you said, and I would add to that, I think if you're not used to picking through medical records, that it is a daunting task in and of itself. So you need to know what you're looking for and what sections are even out there, whether that's the nurse's progress notes, the doctor's progress notes, consultants, the MAR, the medication administration record, labs, any other pathology. How do you respond then when someone pushes you and says, but I have a family member, I've got a close friend, and they're a really great lawyer and mainly handle real estate matters, but I really think that they could handle this for me. What do you say to that person when they press you on this?
I wouldn't take my car to someone who dabbles in mechanics on the weekend. I want someone who is experienced in a particular area and knows how to pick through the things that you're just talking about and knows how to organize these things and what to look for, how to pick experts. It is a highly complex area of law, and it's one where it's easy to make mistakes and put yourself in pitfalls. And if you're not experienced and ready to do that, you can easily get yourself into trouble. And the types of cases that we're talking about, Lindsay, are cases where someone is really, really badly hurt, and oftentimes someone is dead. And so these are serious issues, and it's not something to just kind of dabble your toe in from time to time. You really want someone that knows what they're doing.
I agree with that, and two things you said really hit home. I often emphasize to individuals, whether they're asking me as perhaps a potential lawyer or a friend, I emphasize the procedural aspects you brought up. Medical malpractice and nursing home negligence, there are certain procedural hoops that we have to jump through. For example, in Georgia, you have to file a certain type of affidavit to even get a medical malpractice going, and that's called a 911 9.1 affidavit, referencing the specific statute at play. Those can be tricky. The more experience you have with drafting those and working with an expert witness in creating those and assessing your case is key. I think also you mentioned expert witnesses, which is huge. If you're not used to calling physicians, healthcare providers, nurses and the like, and talking to them about going through a set of facts and going through records and assessing whether indeed negligence exists in this case, it can be a daunting task. For me, the longer I do this, the more it tells me what questions I need to ask, if that makes sense. I learn something new on every case, but at least I know what questions I need to ask, and I know what I don't know, if that makes sense.
Absolutely does.